Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmer.
Hey, welcome back, knife nerds, everyday care people. It's your boy, the Big Canucker, and we are having a look today at something I have to say a little bit special, something I would say a little bit dark, and something a little bit obscene. And this happens to be from the Something Obscene company, the Jcape, or sorry, the Jcape. I don't know why I keep on calling it the J Escape, but it's the Jcape. Now, designed by a fella here, and hopefully I don't want to kind of butcher this guy's name. It's really quite weird. Um, let's just see here. It is. Oh, here we go. It is Felix Archibecki. So that's by a company called Something Obscene Company, based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I gotta say, you know what? Hey, I never heard too much about Tulsa until I started watching Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. And I gotta say, if you haven't seen that show, that's my little bit of a plug. Make sure you watch that show, and make sure that you subscribe, comment, as well as share this video to help me spread my voice. I appreciate it so much, guys. Totally appreciate it. So, all right, I have wanted one of these for an awfully long time, and probably the thing that really got me right off the bat was this little kind of fist symbol here. That's Felix's his maker's mark there, with a little the little bit of a lightning bolt right there on the finger. And I just gotta say, man, it just struck me. Not only that, what also struck me was the fact that his knives were fantastic. I mean, this Jcape and the mini Jcape, they were unbelievable. One came up, I actually wanted one with the just straight titanium, and then they've got this kind of inlay here that you can get colored, as well as a flipper version. This one is a non-flipper. It's a thumb studs, and it's called the murdered out version with the black blade. It's a CPM 20 CV steel, so it is good to go steel. Let's have a look here. Now, I was having a look online actually at the Something Obscene Company's website, and it looks like they got into a little bit of trouble with people kind of frauding them online, and it looks like they lost a whole bunch. And so their website is shut down right now until they get things off. But I found these at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. If you look on Facebook, you can still buy some too as well. And Felix has his own website on Facebook where he makes his custom knives. I gotta say, man, oh man, they are absolutely gorgeous. What he makes in-house in Tulsa is beautiful. And you know what, hopefully I'll find myself one day in the financial way to buy one of those custom, but for now I had to settle for this one. And this one here is quite pricey to begin with. It's 500 USD on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it's a whole lot of knife. Let's have a quick look at it size wise. We'll compare it against a couple of things here. We'll compare it against a dyed micarta Joker version of the paramilitary 2, and then we've got the 0562 ZT. As you can see, it is right in that kind of class of knife. Now, these here are 3.5 inch blades, where this one here is listed at 3.25, and it is good to go at 3.25. It just seems like it's a lot bigger bladed knife than what it is. I mean, when I look at it, it just looks like a full-size knife, and 3.5 is my sweet spot as far as EDC, but I had no problems with this at 3.25. It's, a quarter of an inch. I mean, what's the difference? What's the difference between a quarter of an inch? I guess it's ooh and ah. All right, and yeah, so not a big deal. I totally love it here. Let's go over some of the total specs here. Overall, this is let's just see here, 8 inches long. It is 3.25 inch blade. The closed length is 4.5 inches, so it's a really good blade to handle ratio, and the ergonomics on this knife is absolutely gorgeous. It's a drop point. I have to say though, I had a little bit of hard time kind of sharpening this inside my work sharp. I've got the work sharp, like the top end sharpener at work sharp, and I'm going to do a review of that. And I had to, I don't know, it didn't get as sharp as I wanted to because it just wasn't fitting in that clamp very well. Just like here, I got one here in my, right now. The CKF Blava, I was carrying that for a bit too as well, and it just didn't get as sharp as I wanted to. And then I put it on my KME, and the KME locked it in, and I used these diamond stones set in this kind of resin, and it sharpened this thing up beautifully, put a mirror edge on it. I'm going to probably do the exact same thing with this. I'm going to put another edge on this. I tried sharpening it, and it got sharp, but it didn't get ooh sharp like the way I wanted it to. Now the other thing here, let's have a look at this. It has a landing hole, which I absolutely love, and this is a bead I got from a fellow by the name of Chris Reinhold out in BC, Quesnel, BC. He also makes this here, which I'm going to be doing a review on here pretty soon. This bit here too as well, this bit driver. He's a fantastic craftsman, and I love this little bead that he did. I'm going to be leaving the description, or short description, the address for anybody who wants to buy one of these Jcapes. I don't get any money in it whatsoever. I'm also going to be leaving Chris's contact information there if you want to get a hold of him on Facebook, or send him a text, and he'll be more than happy to help you out with some custom bead work as well as a bit driver here. Wait till I do the review on this. You guys are going to love it. I got another one coming, and I got to say, I'm so excited to get that in my little mitts. But I have to say, this one here is not made by Felix himself. This one here is made by Riyadh out in China. So it looks like he sends his designs out there. They have to have a certain quality control. But I have to say that 99% of Riyadh knives, no matter what the price of them, I think is fantastic. They have got it down pat. If I was going to design a knife and I was going to have a knife built for me, I think I would have Riyadh build it. They have just got the detent dialed in. They've got the pivot dialed in. I mean, look at this. It stays where you want to stay. Now you want to drop shot. A tiny, tiny little bit is wicked drop shot. And I have to say that their fit and finish is beyond good, to the realm of excellent and superb, if you really must know. Now, do I like this knife? I like it absolutely a whole bunch. I have to say, though, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this kind of murdered out version. I like things a little shiny, a little more blingy. But when I put this knife in hand, the ergonomics are superb. The fidget factor is off the charts. And I have to say that the workability of this knife is fantastic too as well. I mean, you get this thing sharpened up to where it needs to be, and you will be able to do a swack load of work here. Now, it's not a, I'm not sure what the size, the thickness of this blade is. I didn't measure it, and it's not on the Smoky Mountains website, but I gotta say, you know, it's probably 3.5 millimeters. So it's got some nice thick blade stock to it. Now, the other thing too as well is the fact that these grinds, I think these grinds are absolutely beautiful. You've got this grind, you've got this grind, you've got this grind, and then you've got this grind, all in the blade. So I mean, and then when they do the blacked out blade in the murdered out version, it looks like all your edges have kind of been a little bit kind of pre-distressed. This one too as well. I don't know if this is this comes like this from factory, but I like the fact that all those blade grinds have got their individual little lines, so it kind of stands out a little bit more. Now this here comes with, let's just have a look here. It comes with a wicked little logoed box here, which I think is fantastic. Now the other thing that I did not like as much is this lightning bolt. Now it comes with 2 clips. So you could put this clip here with the lightning bolt on in the center, or you could put the lightning bolt clip on. Now, you know, Chavez has got his kind of custom clip with a skull on it, and that's kind of a taste thing. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I like the looks of this clip, but it's got some sharp edges on it, and going in and out of the pocket, not that fantastic. I think this is a way better way to go with this, you know, a smooth titanium clip with the lightning bolt on the inside. That's not going to snag nothing, and I think it looks spectacular too. So yeah, if you're going to put one of these in your pocket, I definitely would make sure that you don't have the lightning clip on it. That's just my 2 cents. Whether you'll take it or not, who knows? If you take it, you'll be 2 cents richer, but I don't know if you'll be wiser, that's for sure. All right, so do I recommend this knife? I mean, if you've got the bucks to put this in your knife, go ahead and do it. Like, I mean, I didn't just, you know, take the money out of my pocket. I ended up selling a few different things in order to afford this, because it is quite a bit of money. I mean, 500 USD. You can buy them on the secondary market here in Canada for right around the same thing, but you know, they're used and it's CAD, but it's an awful lot of money, and it is, but it's also an awful lot of knife. Whether you like that murdered out version for yourself or not, if I had to buy this, you know, if I was going to buy one of these off the Smoky Mountain Knives web site, I don't think I'd get the murdered out version. I think I would get a flipper with thumb studs if they do make things, as well as something with a little bit of color in here and a little bit shinier handle on it. That's kind of more my style, but I just wanted to put one of these in my hand so badly. I got it. I love it. I definitely would recommend it. So please, please stay safe out there. I say that every time because I do want you guys to stay safe out there. Keep your stick on the ice. Keep the shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.